All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight. It is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. If you're here watching live, stick around for a great live show and feel free to interact in the chat. If you're here on the replay, that's okay too, regardless of when you show up, because this is going to be great evergreen content here tonight that can help you better your dating life. I have some amazing Reddit stories I'm going to be going over, so you're not going to want to miss out. But before we get to all of that, let me first of all make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. And give me 1 second here. Give me a second. And the YouTube notification, where are you? Where are you? Where is the YouTube notification? Oh, there it is. All right, the notification did go out. And let me also check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Okay. And everything is rolling smoothly. All right. All right, folks. Welcome to Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. If you have not been following my channel for quite some time, I've made some changes lately. I'm going to be eventually transitioning probably all of my live streams from my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas, to Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. And this channel here recently got a community tab. It hit over 500 subscribers last week, a little over a week ago, and I got my community tab activated yesterday. So make sure if you are following my regular content on my main channel, Coach Eli Elias Melas, that you're also subscribed to this channel here, Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. Subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and also keep an eye on the community tab here because I'm going to be sharing a lot of information on this channel as well. So for now, I'm going to be doing the majority, if not all, of my in-studio live streams here. And when I get to over 1,000 subscribers, at that point, I will be probably moving over all of my Walking with Purpose live streams on this channel here, and then focusing on excellent pre-recorded content on the main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. All right. So tonight we have a great show for you folks. The title of tonight's show is Most Men Present Themselves Poorly in Public, plus more dating challenges. One more time, most men present themselves poorly in public, plus more dating challenges. Here's how tonight's show is going to go. I have 4 great Reddit postings to go over here tonight. I'm going to go over the first 2 during the first part of the show, then take a quick break, and then after that, come back and do the last 2. The first story I'm going to go over here in a second is regarding the title of the stream. This is from the Purple Pill Debate subreddit, one of my favorite subreddits on Reddit. And the topic is most men present themselves poorly in public. And boy, I completely agree with that. I concur with that. And after that, we're going to head on over to the Dating Over 30 subreddit. And the topic there is, have never broken up with anyone before at 31. Tonight's the night. This is a guy that is going to share a story about, planning to break up with his longtime girlfriend. One more time, the topic is, or the title of this posting is in the Dating Over 30 subreddit, have never broken up with anyone before at 31. Tonight's the night. And then we're going to take a quick break after that. When we come back from the break, we're going to head on over to the subreddit dating_advice. And the topic stated by the original poster there is question about women, specifically stating before first date that nothing is going to happen. This one really caught my attention. One more time, question about women specifically stating before first date that nothing is going to happen. Very, very interesting posting there, and lots of great comments there. So stick around for that right after we come back from the break. And then last but not least, we're going to head on over to the Deciding to Be Better subreddit. I really love this subreddit as well, Deciding to Be Better, because being better is a choice. You know, having a great attitude is a choice. Having a piss poor attitude is also a choice. So this is a very inspirational and motivational subreddit. I love being a part of it. And this is how we're going to wrap up the stream tonight. The topic is Need Advice? How to Become Emotionally Independent. Ooh, that's a great, great question. Easier said than done, right? One more time. Need advice? How to become emotionally independent. All right. All right, give me a second here. I need to clear my throat. All right, we're back. So let's switch on over to the browser source and get to the first posting here. Hey, Joe Shipley, how you doing? Joe Shipley says, what's up, brother? And 3 thumbs up. Thank you for that, brother. Not much, bro. Just kind of relaxing. Took a nice walk earlier and ready to discuss some very important and interesting stories here tonight. My Reddit dating story series here. Glad you made it over to Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams, Joe Shipley. Thank you so much for that. All right. So, again, this is from... give me a second here. You know what the funny thing is? The trolls don't realize that I have the same exact protection on this channel with Nightbot. So, I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, this is from the Purple Pill Debate subreddit, and the topic, once again, the title of this posting is Most Men Present Themselves Poorly in Public. One more time, most men present themselves poorly in public. And here's what the original poster wrote. I specifically mean their appearance. Oh yeah, lots of guys are just not doing a great job of dressing well. A lot of them don't shower, don't cut their hair. If they have thinning hair, they don't shave their head bald like I do and wear a nice hat like I do. Okay? A lot of them don't trim their beard. They have like a Jesus beard that hasn't been shaved in like a year. And their clothes are not washed. And just they're not looking good. Their hygiene is horrible. Yet they expect women to look really good and accept them for looking really bad. Very, very hypocritical. Even the men who exercise often and have a good body oftentimes don't present that in their fashion choices, or rather lack thereof. Yeah, there are a lot of guys that are in really great shape. They may even have a six-pack, but they, don't realize that there's more to life than, that great body, right? And they don't realize that wearing nice clothing that's washed and pressed, taking a nice shower, wearing deodorant, shampooing your hair, trimming your beard, shaving your face. I mean, come on. It should be common sense, but nowadays it really isn't. We make fun of women for taking so long to get ready, but truth be told, they put so much effort into their appearance that even unattractive women can make themselves look a lot better. That's true. Even women that are a bit overweight nowadays are looking better and dressing better than men that are in really good shape. I take the time to get ready whenever I go out with my lady or a special occasion or whatever. I take about a half an hour to 45 minutes to get ready. I take a lot of pride in taking care of myself. And that's what's attractive to my lady. Yes, she complains a little bit about, not complains, but she kind of jokes around. She goes, Jesus, you take longer to get ready than I do. Well, baby, are you satisfied with the outcome? She goes, yeah, I'm just kind of, taking a stab at you, but I love you anyway, right? Yeah, that's just the way it goes. Let's see. Yes, makeup is a part of it, but let's consider all other aspects like hair, jewelry, matching pieces in their outfits, attention to detail, color coordination. Let's not forget wearing deodorant, having your clothes washed and pressed and all that. I mean, that's a part of it too. I rarely find men better dressed than me when I walk around the city. Wearing branded clothing doesn't automatically make you well-dressed, guys. Having a Rolex paired with your t-shirt and ripped jeans doesn't work. On occasion, you can wear that stuff, but honestly, like if you're going to meet a woman like on a first date, show her, dress really nice. You don't have to overdo it, right? But wear some nice jeans. Wear a nice, polo shirt like I wear, right? And do your hair, right? Or if you, have thinning hair, shave your head bald and wear a nice hat like I do. Trim your beard. If you're 48 years old like myself and you have a little bit of gray, because at 48 you're going to have gray, use some Just for Men like I do, and it helps you look 10 to 15 years younger. There are so many things you guys can do, and you're just not doing it yet. You're expecting the ladies to go out of their way to look good for you, right? It's a two-way street. Attraction is a two-way street. Okay? Let's see here. I rarely find men better dressed than me when I walk around the city wearing. Okay, I already read that part. Men love to underestimate how much their presentation would affect a woman's perspective of them. It is a huge part of it. It is a huge part of it. And yeah. So let's go down and give me just a second. Let's go down and read some of the comments. Sorry, my lady just sent me a text message. She's out playing darts tonight and checking in on me when she can. First comment, let's say as a man, I do my absolute best to look great and walk around the city or the mall or the local park. Will it get me a date? Nope. Will it get me compliments from strangers? Nope. So unless I'm already going on a date with a woman, why would I put a ton of effort beyond being presentable for the purposes of attracting women? Even if women were attracted, they don't ask strangers they see in public. All right, this is what you guys don't seem to understand. This is a piss poor, terrible attitude to have. You should be looking good regardless of where you go and for whatever reason you go there for. You're not going to necessarily go out in public to meet a woman. Sometimes you go to the grocery store. Sometimes, you may be hanging out with friends. Regardless of what you're doing, you want to look good because you never know who you're going to encounter, right? And sometimes when you go to the grocery store, if you're looking good and smelling good and you're in nice shape and you're in the produce section and a nice lady is near you and says hello to you or you say hello to her, don't you think that she's going to be more prone to talk with you if you're looking good and smelling good, right? You just never know what's going to happen. You have to be prepared for anything and everything. Exactly. Well, I don't agree with Jumbo Jet's, comment there. I think Jumbo Jets is just a little bit angry and bitter because maybe he has dressed really nice many times in the past, and maybe he dressed nice for a date and didn't work out. Now, here's the thing, guys. Just because you look good and you dress nice and you, figuratively speaking, doll yourself up for the date, it doesn't mean there's going to be chemistry there. But if you don't dress nice, there'll be zero chance because there will be some women that will feel chemistry for you, but they'll be turned off if you're not dressed nice, and they won't give you a chance when otherwise they would have if you were dressed nice and looking nice and smelling nice. The original poster says something about always looking presentable, never knowing when or how you're going to meet someone. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. That's exactly it. Let me read that one more time. Something about always looking presentable, never knowing when or how you're gonna meet someone. Big, huge round of applause! That's exactly what I was saying. You got to be prepared for any situation. And here's the thing, guys. You're not necessarily looking good for the ladies or just to try to attract ladies. You're looking good for yourself. You're looking good because you want to attract good people around you for whatever reason, okay? You're looking good because it just makes you feel good, right? And that's who you are. Come on. I actually know a story from my friends where they met through two buddies seeing each other on the street, and one of the guys had his friend with him. She later just mentioned the dude, and they saw had a dope leather jacket. Oh, that's a little, poor grammar there. Dope leather jacket. She later just mentioned the dude they saw had a dope leather jacket. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Long story short, they started dating and have been together for a few years now. You never know. Right. You never know when you're going to come across someone that could have been the love of your life. Maybe, they become a good friend of yours. Like sometimes you go out and, you're out with your, group of guy friends or lady friends. And there are other groups that you meet at a bar or a club or a social event, right? And if you're all looking good and smelling good, okay, then, like attracts like. You're going to make some friends and they're going to be attracted to want to, get to know you better and exchange numbers and keep in touch. And it's all about networking in this world. You can never network enough in this world because the more resources you have, the better your life is going to be. And you're going to attract more of those resources, more of those positive and good and great resources when you're looking good and smelling good. You're also going to feel good when you look good and smell good. So I really like what you wrote there in the comments section, original poster. Give me just a second here. Let me see here. Oh, man. Let's see. Let me just check out one person here in the chat here. Oh, hey, the coach plays. How are you doing? How are you doing, man? It's been a long time. Yeah, I remember you. Don't you go back to my former channel like over 3 or 4 years ago? It has been a long time. Wow, dude. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we're getting trolled a little bit here on Coach Eli too. Some people have not been banned yet, and they are bypassing my spam filter, but it's all good. It's not a big deal. It's all good. They can talk all the trash they want. No worries. These people just never get enough. They're just ridiculous. The possibility of a man being asked out in public while minding his own business but just dressing well is so tiny that he probably has a better chance of being hit by lightning. You see, this is a piss poor attitude to have, Jumbo Jets. Weren't you the same one that you're the same one that had an angry and bitter response at the beginning of the comments section. Again, I agree with you. Men could do a lot to dress better, but it is if they are on a date or going to a club, party or social environment where they might possibly get any attention from women, not if they are going grocery shopping or to the bank. I disagree. You should always look good. You should always be showered when you go out and groomed. Now, here's the thing. If you're just going out to the the bank or the supermarket, you can wear some nice sweats. Like I wear nice Adidas sweats or Under Armour sweats. They're designer sweats, but it's not like wearing jeans. And you can wear a nice Under Armour shirt, right? And, I have Under Armour beanies. I have nice hats. You don't have to overly dress. You don't have to wear a polo shirt or a fancy outfit, but, even your clothing that's considered sporty and casual, buy some nice clothing. And you can actually find this clothing online at a deep discount. Like the Under Armour clothing I buy is typically anywhere from 50 to 70% off. Like I literally, my last order of Under Armour products, I got over $300 worth of products for just over $100. And it's nice clothing. Okay? So again, you don't have to overdo it when you're not on a date, but regardless of where you go, you should at least be dressed nice and smell good, and your casual clothing should look decent, and you should have deodorant on and at least do your hair and, or shave your head if you're, follically challenged like myself, and wear a nice hat if you'd like. Pretty simple. LOL, good-looking guys wear jeans and a plain t-shirt, and they do just fine. Yeah, a lot of these guys in here are probably out of shape, and they don't dress nice, and they have no social skills. They're antisocial, and they just don't get it. One of the main reasons guys don't get women is because they don't know how to talk with women. They have a lack of social skills. So anyway. The Coach's Place says, I have been well. Oh, yeah, it's been a while, at least a couple of years. Hope you have been well. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I've been trying to, grow this channel here. And it just hit over 500 subscribers, and I got my community tab on it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of my live streams over here at the Coach's Place. But thank you so much for being here. Appreciate that. This 501s and a black cotton t-shirt. A guy really doesn't need anything else. Well, you could wear 501. No one wears Levi's 501s anymore. Guys wear like Calvin Klein and some other designer jeans. I mean, I guess Levi's are still okay. But any decent jeans would be fine. But you can also wear some nice, high quality sweats made by Under Armour or Adidas. You can wear some nice casual shirts, and it's not just a black cotton t-shirt. Sure, those will look good, but you're not going to always wear the same thing. There are a lot of guys out here on YouTube that wear jeans and a black cotton t-shirt in every video. And, you should change it up. But yeah, that's not bad. 501s and a black cotton t-shirt. But you got to have more of a wardrobe than that. So you saying a guy really doesn't need anything else? Nah. No. You should have more of an extensive wardrobe than that. You wouldn't want a woman wearing the same thing every single time, right? That'd get boring. This is the same for good-looking females, but average ones do improve their appearance. Yeah, even women that are not in the greatest shape, or maybe their face, isn't the greatest naturally looking face. They'll put on some makeup. They'll wear some, tighter fitting jeans that may, cover up some fat and stuff. I mean, obviously you're going to see it if you, have a little fun with them. But women know how to look good and attract men. They know how to do it. Guys, you can do the same thing as well. It's not that difficult. Put a little effort into it. Yeah, exactly. An attractive woman is an attractive woman regardless of what she wears. Even if a woman has a style that you don't like at all, it is still hilariously obvious if she's attractive or not. And it is the same for men. They can see it. Well, to a certain extent, a woman is going to either be in shape or not, right? The same with a guy. But here's the thing. Yeah, sure. If, let's say, you're a guy or a gal, and the person you meet is not dressed that great and hasn't showered, doesn't smell that great, but has a really good body and you're physically attracted to them, sure, you might hang around with them and sleep with them that night or a couple nights. But if they continue coming around with bad hygiene, you're not going to want to bring those people around or those types of people around to your friends and family. I mean, come on. You guys are not really, thinking this, clearly here. Plus, you guys are probably younger. You probably lack social skills. You're probably more introverted. You guys just don't know how to talk with women. That's the thing. You lack self-confidence. That's what it is. Let's read a couple more, and then we're going to get to the next one here. We are at 25 minutes. I feel like you guys don't really get female gaze. For the male gaze, well, you wrote that wrong. For the male gaze, not being deformed and having feminine plain features is better than being a dolled up supermodel with unique features. I would agree. Like, this is something I agree with. So he's saying that, a naturally beautiful woman with plain features and not being deformed, but just being, normal looking, plain woman without a whole lot of makeup on or no makeup at all, and not overly dolled up, but still wearing some decent clothing and smelling nice is going to be more attractive than a dolled up supermodel with unique features. Yeah, whenever I see those overly dolled up women on TV or in person, I look at them as very superficial, and why are they putting that amount of an extreme effort to look that way? And you can totally tell, like, everything about them is fake. A lot of makeup, eyeliner, mascara. They probably have gotten Botox. And the type of clothing they wear, it's high-end clothing, but it's very trashy clothing. And why would you want a woman like that anyway, right? A woman like that is just going to play games and just try to get as much attention as possible, and she's not going to be loyal and faithful to you. For women, they care for aesthetics more than simply you not being deformed or manly. I don't know how to explain this. I think what women really care about is that you just take care of yourselves. You don't have to be in the perfect shape, but be in reasonably in decent shape. Okay. Wear nice clothing. Like, I've got my nice Under Armour shirt on. Wear some nice Calvin Klein jeans. Wear a nice belt. Wear some nice shoes. You can even get tennis shoes nowadays that look dressy. Get some tennis shoes that match the color of your belt. Get a reversible belt. Like, my belts are reversible. They're black on one side and they're brown on the other side. And it depends. Like, if I'm wearing black pants or black jeans, I have the brown part of the belt showing, and I wear brown shoes to match my belt. If I'm wearing blue jeans, I have the black part of the belt, and I wear black tennis shoes, nice tennis shoes that look, that match my belt. You can wear some nice tennis shoes. You don't even have to wear dressy shoes anymore. Just be nice and clean and look presentable and match your colors in the way I just mentioned, and you're good. It's pretty simple. Women will look at that. It's not shirt and pants. It is the hair, the skin, the moisturized lips, the accessories, the jewelry, the cologne, the shoes, stuff like that. Women pay attention to that. I will agree to all of that. Now, but of course, it is a shirt and pants too. It's how you wear it, and it's what you wear and how you wear it. It is your hair. If you don't have hair like me, shave your head bald. My woman loves guys with a shaved head. Okay. The skin. I'm 48 years old. My woman says I have skin of a 20 or 30-year-old. She's really impressed with my skin. I take good care of it. I use nice soap. I have some special Irish Spring man-sized soap with shea butter, and it softens my skin. And it smells great. It keeps my skin healthy and hydrated and looking younger. And yeah, I don't wear jewelry. Some guys do. I don't. I do wear cologne. I use Dracar Noir. You can have, any type of cologne you enjoy. You can wear any type of cologne, you enjoy, which is what I'm trying to say. Dracar is great. Dracar is one of the best scents ever. I've been using Dracar since I was a teenager. The shoes, like I said, match your shoes with your belt and get a reversible belt that's black on one side and brown on the other side. And depending on the color of your pants, adjust your belt to the opposite color. Like, for example, if you're wearing black pants, you're not going to wear the black side of the belt. You want the belt to show a little bit, right? Turn it over and use the brown side. If you're wearing, blue jeans or, a different color of pants besides black. Different color. Sorry. If you're wearing blue jeans, you want to wear you want to use the black side of the belt for any other pants color besides black. There you go. I got it now. Let's read a couple more here, then we're gonna get to the next Reddit posting. Let's see here. This is just a longer version of "Take a Shower, Bro," and that's all it is. Big round of applause! Yeah! Oh yeah! I mean, that's pretty much it. Take a shower, bro. Absolutely. Let's see here. Faith D's in the house. Just be comfortable in his skin. That'll allow him to be confident. Faith D, I remember seeing you somewhere in the past. How are you doing? How'd you find out about this channel? Have you been subscribed here for a while? Let's see here. Okay. Welcome to the show anyway. Glad to have you here. Give me just a second. All right. I'm only giving advice to people who want to listen. Don't like advice? 8, go do your thing, brother. I wish the best for you. 8, go do your thing, brother. Wow, great spelling with short code and, okay, whatever. If you're not going to take the time to write something out grammatically correct, I'm not even going to try to make sense out of it. Is your problem with the assumption that most men haven't already taken this advice, or is it just with the advice itself? I think what he's trying to say is that a lot of men either are just too damn lazy and they think that money is enough to attract a woman, and it's not, okay? They have to be attracted to you physically as well and see that you're able to take care of yourself. And one of the best ways you can prove to them that you can take care of yourself is by taking care of yourself with the way you show up and how you look and how you dress, how you smell, right? And how you carry yourself, right? And a lot of other guys also were never taught by their family, their parents, their mother, their father, how to dress nice. My mother and father both taught my brother and I, how to dress nice. We learned from a young age. So that's where the problem stems from. One more, and then we're going to go to the next posting here. The take a shower thing is a huge example of women giving bad advice in general. No, it's not. How is that bad advice? As a guy, why wouldn't you want to take a shower and smell good? Do you want to smell like crap for yourself, man? Seriously. Wow. Like, obviously, everyone should take showers, but of course, 1, taking a shower will not attract women. Well, if you don't take a shower, you'll attract no woman. Taking a shower alone is not going to attract the woman, but if you don't take a shower, then you have 0 chance of attracting any woman. Come on. And 2, women seem to be consistently attracted to people who happen to not take many showers. This is really, really stupid. This is why these guys are single and lonely and involuntary celibates. That second one is annoying to women, so they again lecture the normies to not repeat. This guy is angry and bitter because he's probably in the same boat of not taking care of himself, not showering, not dressing right, and not having any social skills, and he can't get women. He doesn't realize that it's the way he's showing up, the way he's, dressed, not wearing the best clothing, not showered, not having great social skills, not knowing how to talk to a woman. I can tell by the way he's writing this. If you're coming off this way to another guy here in this forum, then I can only imagine how you're coming off to women. That second one is annoying to women, so they again lecture the normies to not repeat the mistakes of that Chad fella. The Chads get the women because they wear nice clothing, and they smell good, and they shower all the time, and they have great social skills. The only thing the Chads don't want is more than a one-night stand or a friends with benefits. The Chads do everything right. It's just that they don't want to settle down, at least at this point. You think the Chads are going to get women looking like crap and smelling like crap? Sure, every now and then, a guy will slip through the cracks and a woman will give anybody a chance, in some cases. But the majority of the time, the Chads get the women because they take care of themselves. They know what attracts women. And the Chads have self-confidence, and they love themselves. Unlike you guys have zero self-confidence, and you don't love yourselves at all. Let's see here. When women will generally be attracted to Chadwick and not the normies. This is the problem with you guys. I'm not a Chad. I've never had a problem meeting women or getting dates or getting in relationships and being intimate with a woman. I'm not a Chad. You don't have to be a Chad to get a woman. You just have to have self-confidence and self-love and self-respect and have great social skills, know how to talk with people, dress nice, take care of yourself. This is really, really, really pathetic. I agree that it is mostly useless advice, but I think it comes from a good place, and I'm not sure if I've ever come across a dude with Chad looks that has bad BO. Is that common? Let's repeat that one more time. And I'm not sure if I've ever come across a dude with Chad looks that has bad BO. Is that common? No, it's not, because I know what it takes to attract a woman. Big, huge round of applause! Yeah, these guys that are just, not making sense here, just, don't have any self-confidence or self-love. Maybe they're overweight. Maybe, they can't afford better clothing than they have. I mean, it could be one of many things. Maybe they're too lazy to shower. It's one of many things, but these guys can easily turn this around. But instead of turning it around, they come in here and whine and complain. That no, the original poster, I don't agree with this. No. Women will give, guys a chance as long as they have a six-pack. Guys with six-packs can smell like crap, can wear, old raggedy ripped clothing that smells like, rotten cheese, right? No, they won't give that guy a chance, even if he's in great shape. If everything else isn't, attractive, no, they're not going to give the guy a chance. Women want to be able to see if there's a potential future with someone when they meet them. Now, yes, there are some women that just want flings and stuff, but even those women are going to want to be with a clean guy that takes care of himself. Most of the time. Like 99% of the time. All right. Enough of that. Let's get over to the next posting here. And let's see. We are at 39 minutes. This is from the subreddit Dating Over 30. Have never broken up with anyone before at 31. Tonight's the night. And looky. Sorry, this post was deleted by the person who originally posted it. But Eli always has a backup. Let's get to that. There it is. Let's see what was deleted here. So again, from the subreddit Dating Over 30, and the original poster's title is Have Never Broken Up with Anyone Before at 31. Tonight's the night. As the title says, I'm 31 and I've never broken up with anyone before. I've dated other women and even have been married once. Even in my marriage, where I was cheated on, it took my wife essentially ending things as I tried to make them better. I just could never work up the courage to break up with one of my girlfriends or wife before. I'd always just wait until they pull the trigger. This time is going to be different. Yeah, I've had that issue in the past. I've had that issue in the past where, I started dating a woman and it really just wasn't feeling right. And I wanted to break up with her. And, I ended up staying in it longer than I should have. And then it got to the point of where she ended up breaking up with me, most of the time in those situations. And as I've gotten older, I've learned how to more so properly, qualify and vet women. So, I have not been in that situation for a while, but when I was younger and I didn't really know as much as I know now and know what to look for and know what I really even wanted, that would happen quite often. I would get with a woman. It ended up not feeling right after a few dates or a month or so. And, it's just really hard for me to break up with them. And usually in those situations, they ended up breaking up with me. I'd pull away a little bit and, wasn't as attentive and, kind of like stopped, I stopped being how I was initially. And eventually they just went away. And the truth of the matter is I wanted to break up with them, but I didn't want to hurt their feelings. Even good guys like me don't want to hurt a woman's feelings. Now, the woman I'm with nowadays, I don't have those feelings at all, baby. So I just want to make that clear. The woman I'm with today is one of the most interesting women I've ever been with, and she has been through a lot. I love her story. I love who she is. I love how much of a fighter she is. She's strong when she needs to be, but she's sweet and nurturing and submissive. At other times, she's a really, really good balance. So, anyway. I've been dating my now girlfriend for just over a year, actually 1 year and 1 month today. She's really a nice girl. Friendly, nice, charming, just good qualities all around. However, I'm very, very bored with our relationship. Well, do you two have enough sex, or are you just not sexually attracted to her? That's typically what happens. Like, she's nice and sweet, but maybe she's not that sexual, touchy-feely, or maybe she is, but, you're not attracted to her, or maybe she gained some weight while you were dating her, and you're no longer physically attracted to her. That does happen as well. So she's really a nice girl, friendly, nice, charming, just good qualities all around. However, I'm very, very bored with our relationship. I can get into details here, but I'll spare you all the reading. I would have loved to know those details, bro. Besides, I'm not looking to change my mind or anything. I'm more here to share that I'm happy I'm going to finally take a stand for myself and do what's best for me in these situations. Good for you, bro. That's what you should do. And I've learned to do that myself as I've gotten older. Right. You've learned. You're 31. I was just beginning to figure this out at around 31 myself. I didn't really fully figure it out until I was probably in my mid-30s. So you're there. You're getting there, and you're almost there, bro. This is normal. Okay? Good day, kiddo, from South Windsor, Sydney, Australia. How you doing? I don't know any of these people here, and come on in and introduce yourself. I will check out your channel. The Psycho Ducky. Oh, awesome. You've been around since September 28th, 2011. How'd you find out about the channel, Psycho Ducky? Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. You're a real channel with real subs, and your channel's been around since 2011. Awesome. Okay, I'm okay. About to head off to work soon. Right on. Have you been a part of any of my streams before? Like, how did you find out about this channel? Were you recommended this, or did somebody make you aware? I'm just kind of curious, if you don't mind. Okay, let's see here. Besides, I'm not looking to change my mind or anything. I'm more here to share that I am happy. I'm going to finally take a stand for myself and do what's best for me in these situations. I read that already. I've been thinking about it for a few weeks now, and it's been bearing down on me pretty bad. I'm just not happy, and I know what I need to do. I brought it up to her today, initially over text, to be honest, and then I suggested we talk about it after work. Yeah, that's kind of like when women used to say in my younger days, you know, they had to call us on a regular phone, right? We didn't have cell phones back then and smartphones like we have now, right? So the woman would call and say, we need to talk. Can you meet me here? And when a woman would say, we need to talk, that was it. It was over. We need to talk. Like, most of the time, when a woman says we need to talk, it means you're about to get dumped, or she's not really happy about something, and if you don't turn it around, then you will get dumped. It's the bottom line. Been following you for some time. Oh, awesome. Recommend ages ago before your debacle I was no part of. You found me on a growth channel. I only have just found the message. Sorry. Oh, yeah. So we probably met from the I Am a Creator community. Yeah, with James Cox and all of them. Yeah, right on. Thank you so much for being here. Ignore the trolls. I get trolled a lot. You know, the trolls love me. They love me because they want to be me, right? Humbly speaking, that is. The Psycho Ducky. Great channel name. I'd be happy to reconnect with you. We connected probably going back to my former channel that no longer exists. But thank you for finding me again. Awesome. Let's see here. So again, I've been thinking about it for a few weeks now, and it's been bearing down on me pretty bad. I'm just not happy and know what I need to do. I brought it up to her today, initially over text, to be honest, and then I suggested we talk about it after work. Okay, I already read that. She got home and I brought it up again, and she got a little defensive and brought up some problems she had with me, but then left to go see some friends and said we can talk about it later. Anyways, when she gets home, I'm going to break the news. It sounds like to me like she's had some issues with you, and she's been afraid to make you aware of those issues. And instead of telling you about those issues, she's probably pulled away. And that's what's probably boring you. Maybe she's not being as sexual with you. Maybe she gained some weight. Yeah, man. I mean, let's see. And the Psycho Ducky says, I know. Excellent. Let's go to the next page here. I thought about trying to fix things, but I've been in a very boring relationship before with my ex-wife, and I don't want to do it again. So you're comparing her to your ex-wife. Not a good thing, dude. Because if you compare every woman to your ex-wife, and your ex-wife was boring, I mean, then every woman's gonna come off boring to you, bro. Maybe you just weren't ready to get back into a relationship. Maybe you just need, to take some time for yourself or get into something casual. I've never been into the casual thing, but sounds like to me like you need a little break, and you didn't take a break after your divorce. You went right into this relationship. I know what I want out of a relationship, and I haven't gotten that over the last year, so it is time to make a change. Well, if you knew about that right away with this woman, why'd you stick around with her for a year? Because maybe she was your rebound. Maybe she was the woman that helped you work through the emotional attachment or helped, you release the emotional attachment that you probably had to your wife, your ex-wife. I hope this isn't coming off as bragging, and I'm not trying to put her down at all here. I'm honestly just very, very proud of myself for doing this finally well in a few hours at 31. Well, let me ask you this, dude, or let me say this, dude. This is what I'm trying to say, because you're not here. I can't ask you anything, right? Breaking up with somebody is not really something to be proud of. It's just something that you have to do sometimes. It's not a fun thing to do. So I don't know why you would be proud of this. It sounds like to me that maybe, after your ex-wife, after you and your ex-wife got divorced, you got a lot of attention from women. You thought this one was going to be the one. She wasn't. You're probably getting a lot more attention from women. But it sounds like your confidence has been boosted by your divorce. Maybe your ex-wife wore the pants in the relationship, and now in this relationship you feel like you were able to be the man, be more the dominant one. But you're coming off quite a bit arrogant to me, dude. And maybe that arrogance stemmed from the fact that you didn't really have a say in your marriage, and you were coming off that way to this woman, and maybe she pulled away, and maybe that's why she came off as boring to you, bro. I think maybe you just rushed into it too fast, man. And now you're coming out here seeking validation, and you want a pat on the back from all of us guys that you have the balls to break up with a woman, right? Come on, dude. It's not a big deal. Really feels empowering on my end. I'm excited for what's to come. Nothing wrong with feeling empowered, and nothing wrong with doing the right thing. But you don't need a pat on the back, bro. That's validation-seeking behavior. And that's feminine energy, bro. Wow, dude. You should be happy within yourself. When it comes to your relationship, dude, do what you feel is right. If you don't feel, it's right to continue being with someone you're with, then you break up with them. But you don't make a big deal out of it. You don't need to make it front page news. See, that's what women do. Women will blow things way out of proportion because that's their nature. Women are emotional beings. You're supposed to be a man and say, hey, it didn't work out. Hey, let me let you go find someone that's better fit for you, and I'll do the same. Best of luck to you. Take care. That's it. You're making way too big of a deal out of this, man. Thanks for listening, fellow 30-something-year-olds and the others that are here too. All right, so let's, we are at 52 minutes. We're going to read about 5 to 8 minutes of comments, and then I'm going to take a break at the 1 hour mark and come back and read the other two. I'm a little bit behind, but that's okay. No problem. Let's turn on the window capture again here. There we are. So there's the original posting. The comments are still below, even though this dude deleted his posting. That's all right. I always screenshot these postings I plan on doing because a lot of times they get deleted by the original poster or, by the moderators. And, you do all that prep and, it sucks if you're not prepared for anything. You always have to take screenshot backups of things that can be removed when you're doing shows, especially live shows. You don't want to be caught with your pants down when you're live on the air, right? Bro, what happened in 3 weeks? Well, there's somebody here, let's see, saying that Ask Men. Let me take a look at this. Let me see here. Okay, I don't have time to look into this now, but looks like this guy thinks the same guy posted in a different forum, the Ask Men forum. Next comment. I too want to know how it went from couldn't be happier to the unbearable monotony that's led to this breakup, especially as original poster waited 3 years for her. When did he say 3 years? I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing that at all. I'm going to move forward. They were together for 1 year. I mean, give me a second here. Let me go back. Let's go back here. Yeah, I don't recall any of that being mentioned. Unless the posting was edited or something. I don't know where some of these people's comments come from. All that European travel is so boring. Dude, some shit went down in Brussels. I just know it. It is the same. It is the same thing. This is not making any sense. This is not making any sense. All right, let's get some comments that make sense here. Honestly, the first thing I thought when I read this post was that original poster has found someone else. I agree. He's getting a lot more attention because his confidence is being boosted after him and his ex-wife got divorced, where she was probably wearing the pants. Because he sounds like he's overcompensating, being assertive, and he probably came off that way to this woman, and it probably turned her off. She probably backed away, and that's why he's saying that he got bored. I don't think you got bored, dude. I think she's the one that was pulling away, and you just didn't get the hint. Plus, you've been probably getting a lot of other attention, so it hasn't bothered you. Generally, when someone gets bored in a relationship, they try new things to have more adventures or spice things up. Right. But I've heard people who suddenly become interested in someone else rationalize it like this. Yeah, he's 31 years old. I believe that he doesn't want to hurt anyone because it sucks. Even as a good guy, most guys are decent guys. They don't want to hurt a woman that they're with. Even if the guy knows it's not the right woman and he needs to break up with her, he doesn't want. We don't want to hurt women as much as women don't want to hurt us. So that's what I think happened here. Generally, when someone gets bored in a relationship, they try new things to have more adventures or spice things up. But I've heard people who suddenly become interested in someone else rationalize it like this. Said a second ago, the spark just isn't there anymore, meaning they've sparked somewhere else. Well, she was probably the first decent-looking woman that gave him sex after his marriage, and he went for it, and then she probably wanted something more, but maybe he didn't feel it, and maybe he was trying to overcompensate in this new relationship, and he was being overly assertive because in his marriage, his wife probably wore the pants, and he didn't have a say. So it just, I think it was partially timing, partially him learning how to become a stronger and better man. And I think he learned from it. I think in the future, he's going to realize how he probably came off in this first relationship since his marriage. And I think he's going to become a little more well-balanced. I think he's going to also learn how to properly vet and or qualify the right woman down the road, and then how to keep her around and treat her better and be a well-balanced man, learning from his past mistakes. Yeah, he seems pretty excited to break up with someone, which typically only happens when there's someone else around the corner. Right. He never really had a strong emotional bond with her. If he did, he'd be feeling different. I think he feels really bad because he doesn't want to hurt anybody, but, he was also acting pretty arrogant by what he was saying in the posting. So I would love to have known what happened, but sometimes we never hear the ending of these stories. Yep, especially with men. He is doing the revisionist history thing that all cheaters do. I never really loved her. Is in the Hall of Fame for them. Yeah, there's just something really off about this guy. I think more so, like I said, stemming back to his marriage that ended up in divorce. I think his ex-wife was probably wearing the pants, and they got divorced, and now he went from being a complete beta male to being an arrogant, pompous ass. And he's got to learn to be a balance, a hybrid in the middle, meaning that, he should be a little cocky, playful, funny, not be, a big sissy, but not be an arrogant, pompous ass either. Be a good, well-balanced man down the middle. To be fair, original poster did say, I've been thinking about this for a few weeks, and that comment is a few weeks old. Okay, that comment is literally 21 days old, only 3 weeks. Okay. Well, whatever happened, happened. Let's read one more. Oh, let's read two more here, and then we're going to take our first break here. We're at 1 hour exactly. I think anyone traveling couldn't be happier, and he can also be bored with the relationship now. His partner, female 21, sounds a bit too young for him. Where did he mention that she's 21 years old? If she is 21 years old, that is really young for a 31-year-old man. A 21-year-old female nowadays is going to be very, very inexperienced. His partner, female 21, sounds a bit too young for him and might be cheating or might just be crossing some boundaries that original poster hasn't set in their relationship yet. Maybe they read that other posting that was shared and it was mentioned there, but none of this stuff, I saw in the original poster's posting. That was deleted, but I had a screenshot of. In any case, original poster sounds like they've gone through a lot in terms of relationships, and the avoidance and sticking out relationships when he probably shouldn't have isn't great for him. I'm proud he is ending it if he thinks it is right. Also, might be good to think about therapy. There's a reason why things are playing out as they are, and that it seems a bit like a roller coaster to everyone reading. I don't think this calls for therapy. Okay? I mean, he was probably married at a young age, and he didn't have a lot of experience. Nowadays, in the modern world, men really don't become well-versed and decent men until their early to mid-30s. He's still learning, and I think he's going to learn enough, between his marriage and now this relationship after his marriage. I think he's going to sit back and reflect and then go into his next relationship, with a better attitude, knowing more so what he wants and being more of a well-balanced man, not a big freaking sissy like he was in the marriage where his wife stepped all over him and wore the pants, but not an arrogant, pompous ass like it seemed like he was in this last relationship. So let's see. Okay, one more. Caught. Somehow, I doubt anything crazy has happened in the 3 weeks since this post. The more and more I look into this guy, the more I think he is not being entirely honest with us. Yeah, exactly. Right. I think we all want to know what the heck happened. Haha, I love the Reddit detectives. Well, yeah, a lot of it is not really, really, really making sense. And I think he came out here and wrote what he wrote because he was seeking a little validation because he felt really bad about what he had done. Okay, regardless of what it was, could be a myriad of things. But I think he just wanted to get some attention to see what people are going to say and get his mind off of the inevitable, right? And then he comes back and deletes the posting, right? Dude can change him anytime he wants. Let him be happy, LOL. He's literally got 1 million posts about his girlfriend, including her full face picture. This is messy. Where is that at? Just being honest, you're probably bored because she's 21 years old. That's a huge age gap to expect being on the same page emotionally. This can be avoided next time. Well, not only that, a woman that's 10 years younger than you grew up during a different time. And is also going to like different things. You're not going to have a lot in common. She was probably really cute. They probably enjoyed the sex initially, but that's not going to keep a man and a woman together. It's going to be not just the sex. It's going to be what do they relate to, and do they enjoy doing more similar things than opposite things. All right. We are at 1 hour and 4 minutes. Let's go back to full screen here. Let's go back to full screen. I want to, let me just check something out here real quick. Let me check. Okay. Interesting. What is that? All right. Let me cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Why is my stream not showing up on my home page? Hang on. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, I know why. There it is. All right. Let me cue up some royalty-free YouTube music here. Where are we? That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 1 more. That's 4. All right, music is all queued up, folks. I'm going to step away for about a 9 to 10 minute break. When we get back, we have 2 more Reddit postings to go over. First, we're going to head on over to the subreddit dating_advice. And the original poster's topic is question about women specifically stating before first date that nothing is going to happen. One more time, question about women specifically stating before first date that nothing is going to happen. I'd never go on a first date with a woman like that. Not because I'd be expecting sex. I just don't want a woman to try to control things. I would want things to go with the flow, the natural flow of progression. We'll talk more about that after the break. But first, last but not least, after that posting when we come back, the last posting before we go off the air will be from the subreddit deciding to be better. And the original poster's topic is need advice how to become emotionally independent. One more time. Need advice how to become emotionally independent. So with that being said, stick around. We'll be right Oh, yeah. We're back. We're back. We're back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Nelly, I bumped my microphone. Feel it. Tuck in the shirt, Eli. Tuck in the shirt. Yes. Yeah. I feel real good tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Man. You know, I gotta tell you folks, my experiences out here on YouTube have been unlike anything I've ever seen. You know, I'm a pretty cool comic collective guy, and you know, I have love for everyone, but it's really hard to love people that don't love themselves. And you know, people have been like this throughout the history of time. It's just that social media, especially platforms like YouTube, make it really apparent regarding how miserable some people are. And they try to project that misery onto happy people like me. And I just don't allow them to do that. And you shouldn't allow them to do that either. Anyway, let's get back to the show. What do you say? All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World on Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, here on Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. Glad you could all join me here tonight. Tonight, we have been discussing most men present themselves poorly in public, plus more dating challenges. One more time, the topic of tonight's stream is most men present themselves poorly in public, plus more dating challenges. If you missed the first part of the show, I went over two great Reddit postings. The first one was most men present themselves poorly in public from the Purple Pill Debate subreddit. And then before we took a break, we shared a pretty interesting story that ended up not making a lot of sense. Have never broken up with anyone before at age 31. Tonight's the night. And the original poster deleted his posting, but I had a backup copy of it, and it was just really interesting how the whole thread went. It was all over the place. Go back and check out the replay if you'd like to see what happened. Yeah. You know, let me wait for the music to stop playing, and I want to make a statement here at the beginning of this second half. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay, so I want to make a statement here, and I really want to be very, very clear that I am the type of person that genuinely has true love, and I have a caring heart. I'm a considerate person. I have a lot of empathy for people, which is what I'm trying to say. And, you know, when you know, you really try hard to get through to people, especially people that you see are struggling and are hurting. You know, sometimes no matter what you do, you know, it just, you know, doesn't go anywhere. And you just have to let those people go. But sometimes or in many cases out here on YouTube, because it's a shared platform, a lot of those people just continue to come at you. And, eventually it ends up costing them more than they've already paid the price for. And I just don't want to see that happen to anyone. There's a group of people that has come at me for a long time, and I put it behind me. I'm over it. I'm well past it. But some of them just have the biggest grudges. You can apologize to people many, many times, and it's still not good enough, and there really isn't anything more you can do. And then sometimes you just have to take some actions you really don't want to take in order to try to stop the bleeding. I've been on this platform as a full-time creator for over 5 years, and I've just been trying to get my message out there in a positive way to people that really, enjoy this type of content and are really looking to be uplifted and are really looking to learn how to better themselves at a personal and professional level. I've always been willing to make amends with people that things didn't originally work out with in the past. Earlier today, we made amends with Dion, aka Sifu Smo. A lot of people from the past have come back and have become great friends, and I've really enjoyed getting to know you and becoming your friend. Coach J-Rom is another one. Thank you so much, Coach J-Rom. I'm sure you're sleeping right now. I know it's pretty late in your neck of the woods, but, that's another great example there. In my life, there are many people that I initially encountered and didn't get along with, or didn't get along with me, or we didn't like each other. But down the road, after we really got to know each other and people got to see who I really am and I got to see who they really are, we've become really good and close friends. And I'm just hoping to the rest of you out there that may not see me, in the best light, maybe one day, you'll see, hey, I'm not really that bad of a guy. I just want my space here to do my thing. And if you want to be friends, that's great. And if not, hey, go do your thing. When it comes to people that are grown-ass adults, I keep saying this, in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, that continue to come at one person, it's just really an immature thing. And I know why people do it. It's because it makes them feel better, entertains them. But seriously, it's not affecting me as much as you think it is, and it's more so preventing you from reaching the greatness that you also deserve to reach. So just, think twice in the future before you do, certain things to people that, is really stupid, and it's also holding you back from, reaching your greatness. All right, so that's that. Let's see here. The Psycho Ducky back. Sorry, had to vacuum before I had to start getting ready for work. Furthermore, the Psycho Ducky says, and looking at the time, I have half an hour before I start, so I gotta love you and leave you. Sorry, catch you next time. No problem, Psycho Ducky. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's get back to the next Reddit posting here. Let's switch on back over to the browser screen. This is from the subreddit dating_advice. And the original poster's question or, topic is, question about women specifically stating before first date that nothing is going to happen. So let's read what they wrote. This is a guy, obviously, writing this. It's happened a few times to me. It should be a few times to me recently. It is fine. I'm just looking for insight. Is it a defensive maneuver? Are they seeing what my reaction will be? Like if I'm a type of guy who will then cancel or blow them off because they're letting me know this? Just chatting to this point, not being dirty. You got to get your spelling and grammar on point, bro. Just getting to know each other. Well, this is the truth of the matter. I used to encounter a lot of women like this before I met the woman I'm with today for over 7 months. And, this has been happening, forever. Even before online dating came out and smartphone dating apps came out. Um, Women do take chances. And when you get a woman that says specifically, I don't sleep with anyone on the first date. Nothing's going to happen on the first date. I want to take things slow. I don't rush into anything. Women that say things like that are guarded because they've given in to a guy or two or three in the past on the first date, and they slept with them, and then that guy either didn't come back for a second date, or it only lasted a few dates, or it was a short-term relationship, and these women felt like they were being used. When the truth of the matter is, maybe the sex wasn't that great, and after she slept with these guys, there was just no compatibility there. Or maybe she didn't properly vet these guys and ask them what they're really looking for, right? And you can figure that out if you're using online dating. You can figure that out before you actually meet someone. Get on a phone call, talk to the woman, or your ladies talk to the guy for an hour or so before you decide to meet. That's what happened when my lady and I, first met before we met. We had a great phone conversation for a couple hours. We met the next night after she got off of work, and we felt comfortable, and it just took off like a rocket, right? Let's see. Gary, Indiana, I was sorry to see the stream earlier. It wasn't fair to you. These low numbers must be because of your reaction. No, that's not the case, Gary, Indiana. This is a channel I hardly broadcast on. And the truth of the matter is, I'll just be honest. The truth of the matter is, my audience that YouTube is recommending my content to is primarily this drama group. And they're not recommending my content to people that would actually enjoy my content because of what these people are doing. I just want to be honest with you, Gary. I don't even really want to talk about it, but you asked the question. I wanted to be honest with you, right? So, and here's the thing. I'm not a drama channel, and a lot of people that know about me love drama. And if there's no drama, they're not going to tune in, right? A lot of these people are, I hate to say it, they're low-life scumbags. They're immature, insecure, mentally and emotionally unstable people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. And, they see someone like me that's happy, that takes care of myself, that dresses nice, that comes from a good family, that lives in a nice area in the San Francisco Bay Area, and they want to be me, and they want to have the things that I have. And I'm not the kind of guy that shows off anything. I'm just me. But they see me, and they also see me doing these live streams in high quality with good audio and video, right? Having great speaking skills. I present myself very well. I'm not trying to show off. I'm just showing you folks. I'm just trying to share with you folks and you, Gary, what I feel is happening. And these people, they project because they want to be like myself or people like me. They want to be in the place mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and even financially in the place where I'm at. And so, that's what it is, man. It's just one big projection. And it's all about, hey, can we try to knock down, the good guy, right? Can our pathetic, miserable, crew of low-life scumbags knock down the decent guy? That's what it's all about. But anyway, thank you, Gary, Indiana, for your question or your comment. Coach J. Rom's in the house. Hey, just woke up. Good evening, J. Rom. I will send you a private message when I go off the air here, probably in about 30 minutes when I'm going to go off the air. Let's read some comments here for this posting here. Let's see. I've got this before from a few dates. I always thought it was a way to weed out bad dates / guys thinking they were going to get laid because they paid for dinner date. Well, you never go to dinner on a first date. You never spend any money on a first date. You meet a woman for a walk, a hike, meet her at a mall parking lot, or walk around the mall and do something that doesn't cost money so you can interact and see if there's going to be any chemistry there. To set their boundaries up front instead of later, to gauge the reaction response, to let them know if they want to continue with the date. Edit, I never had a problem with this, and it actually takes some pressure off me as well. Here's the thing. Women are either going to feel it or they're not. The moment they lay eyes on you, they're going to know if they ever want to sleep with you or not. And if they feel attracted to you, they're going to want to sleep with you more than you want to sleep with them. So if you have a woman that's putting up all these rules and is saying, I don't sleep with anyone on the first date. I hope you're not expecting anything on the first date. I like to take things slow. Let's take the time to get to know each other. Stuff like that. It's a defense mechanism because they put their guard down and taken that chance before. And they've, given in to some guys, and then it didn't work out. So now they're guarded and jaded and taking it out on every other guy. And most guys like myself, once we would hear that, when I was single and I would come across women like this, I wouldn't even go on a date with them, right? I want to go on a date with a woman that's excited to get to know me, is excited to meet me, and I can feel that excitement that she can't wait to see me and give me a hug and me give her a hug and see where it goes, right? Correct. And usually results in the men having excuses to not show up or they just ghost. Well, why are we going to show up on a date where a woman is not excited to want to see us and a woman is not open to letting the natural flow of progression take things where they're supposed to go, whether intimacy happens or not? Why would you ladies want to date a man that's just not going to be himself? In essence, you ladies are not being yourselves in that position. You're being guarded because you were hurt in the past and you want to punish us future guys for it, or you want to stop the natural flow of progression and slow things down because you want to make sure that if you do sleep with us on the 10th date, that we're not gonna ghost you right after that, right? Doesn't sound like a lot of fun to me. It doesn't. Well, that's their loss and saves the other person from having wasted their time. Sure, I'd rather be stood up than having to fight off date rape. That's ridiculous. Most guys are not gonna do date rape or anything like that. Most guys know. Like I've gone on dates where I was attracted to the woman and she wasn't attracted to me. And you can tell when they're not attracted to you. Like they don't come close to you. A woman that's attracted to you will give you those glistening eyes. She'll stare at you like a deer in headlights. You'll feel the vibe that she wants you to get closer. A woman that's not into you while you're talking with her you're gonna see her come off a bit standoffish. She's gonna be staying away from you and not trying to get closer to you. She's not gonna try to touch you. Women that like you, they will, rub your shoulders. They will give you some sign that, yeah, they want you to come and violate their space, figuratively speaking, and for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Original poster says, kind of what my thoughts were, judge my reaction, see if I react negatively, and just saying it up front. Let me check the chat here real quick. All right. No, it is usually to prevent themselves from being in a situation where the other person is expecting sex. It is likely not a test. It is a safety measure. Well, here's the thing. It's not a safety measure. It is them guarding themselves because they want to test the guy to make sure he wants more than just sex. A woman's not going to go on a date with a guy that she has no attraction for, right? Okay? It is basically because of what she's been through in the past, and she doesn't want it to happen again. But what these women don't realize is that you can't hold the past against new guys, because most decent guys that these women are going to want, if they come off this way, especially with a guy like me, I wouldn't give them the time of day. The moment they would start to say, I don't sleep with anyone on the first date, or, I don't move too fast, I want to take my time to get to know you. I mean, that's all stuff that's, putting up a guard. And that's a woman that's not going to let the natural flow of progression take things wherever they're supposed to go, when they're supposed to go. She's trying to control the situation because of, some mistakes she made in the past with other guys. That's all it is. And before you protest, doesn't matter what you're like or not like. These women don't know you from a hole in the wall. Well, you want to, when you're meeting a woman, you want to meet a woman that's already in a good place and is going to be open to receive love and is going to be excited to meet you and is not going to be guarded. Okay, these women, these women this guy's encountered, they're guarded. And there are a lot of them like that. But there are also a lot of women that are not guarded or as guarded, that are open to seeing, hey, let's meet and see if we have the chemistry, and whatever happens, happens, right? I'm excited to meet you, Eli or Bob or Joe or whatever, right? That's what you want to look for. I mean, that sounds a lot more exciting to make the effort to meet someone on a first date than a woman saying, well, I just want to take things slow and I hope you're not expecting anything. And, I really want to get to know you. I want to take the time to get to know you and not rush into anything. And come on, that doesn't sound like fun. Okay. This I do when someone I am chatting on a date site and they want to move to Snapchat or other app. I specifically state that I don't send nudes or sex even if they don't mention it. It is not a test. It is a boundary. You shouldn't be exchanging nudes or anything like that. You should be talking on the phone after you connect from a dating app. Talk on the phone for an hour, and see if the chemistry is there on the phone, if you jive on the phone, and if so, if you feel that excitement towards each other, then meet in person and see how that feels. That's it. I think you folks are making too big of a deal out of this. Attraction is a must and not a choice. It will either be there within 3 seconds of you folks meeting each other, or it will never be there no matter how long you wait. So why waste time? Find out if it's there or not. And if it's not there, move on. If it's there, allow it to happen. Not a test at all. You know how many guys we meet that just want sex? There are some that just want sex, but there are some guys like me that want a relationship, but also know that you ladies are not fully invested in us for the right reasons until you sleep with us. Right? I'm the type of guy that wants more than sex. But until sex happens, I'm not going to believe I'm not going to believe that you're with me for the right reasons. Until there's intimacy, I'm not going to take you to dinner. I'm not going to waste all this money on you because I want to know you really like me for me. And unfortunately, nowadays, the only way a guy knows a woman really likes him is intimacy. That's the truth of the matter. That's what it all boils down to. Setting any boundaries or voicing your own desires is construed as a response test by some guys weirdly, which, to be fair, yeah, technically it is a test, as in you'd fail if you don't respect basic decency, but that's a constant subconscious thing. Coach J-Rom says, I get not sleeping with someone on date one, but it doesn't need to be said. As I've said before, when looking for a relationship, I don't expect it, nor do I want a woman that would. No, I agree with you on that, J-Rom, but you also don't want to be with a woman that's guarded and trying to control the situation. You want to be with a woman that's going to allow the natural flow of progression to take things where they're supposed to go. And it's not all about sex. It could be a hug. It could be, it could be whatever, right? It could be a kiss. Like, there has to be some kind of affection happening on the first meeting for it to move forward. It's going to be felt within 3 seconds or not. If it's not shown by the man and the woman by the end of date one, it's probably never going to be there. So it doesn't necessarily mean sex has to happen on the first date, but some kind of sign, like a big long hug or a nice passionate kiss, and then lead into date two. And between day 2 and day 3, that's when it'll happen. In my opinion, and Coach Corey Wayne's opinion, and many other coaches' opinion, if sex is not happening by the 3rd date, then it's just never going to happen. It's time to move on. Time to move on. All right. So that's enough of that one there. I think we get the gist. Let's go to the final Reddit posting here before we wrap things up. We are at 1 hour and 41 minutes. My lady will be home from darts soon, and And we're going to have a nice conversation before bedtime. Some real bedtime stories with Eli privately between my lady and I. No, we don't do any of that crazy stuff on the phone. But we have really great conversations, and we talk about each other's day. And it's just really nice. A hug, perhaps, holding hands, or a walk arm in arm. No, I like that. Coach J-Ram, I like that. Because a hug, holding hands, or a walk arm in arm, that's a sign of affection. That's a sign that the woman feels comfortable. Again, you don't have to sleep with someone on a first date, but there has to be something happening in the ways, at least as you mentioned there, J-Ram. I agree with you. I completely agree with you on that. All right. This fourth and final Reddit posting is from the subreddit Deciding to Be Better. I really love this subreddit. And the original poster's topic is Need Advice, How to Become Emotionally Independent. One more time. Need advice, how to become emotionally independent. And below that, the original poster says, help! Furthermore, they state, hey, I have recently discovered the reason for my sadness and miserable lifestyle, and that is because I am dependent on other things, people, for my happiness. That's a problem there. Whether you're a man or a woman, okay, you should be happy within yourself, deep within. You have to have self-love. You have to love who you are, okay, before anyone else can love you or you can truly love anyone else. You have to love yourself. What happens around me has a huge impact on my happiness because you allow it. I used to be that way. I think we've all been that way until we learn to truly love ourselves. Then the only opinion of ourselves that really matters is our own, and it doesn't really matter what's happening around us, okay? If something good's happening, we can participate and share in the happiness. If something bad's happening, we can avoid it and move on, right? I have a hard time living with myself. Ooh, that's not good. If I do sit by myself, I keep looking at my phone screen again and again to see if someone texted me. Is this a woman saying this? So I can talk to them, and that disturbs me a lot and doesn't let me do the work I'm supposed to do. If this is a woman saying this, I can understand this to a certain extent. If this is a man, this is pretty pathetic. But I think it's a woman saying this. This sounds like a woman, don't you think, J-Ram, or anyone else that's here? If the conversation goes well with someone, I feel good. But if the conversation doesn't go that well, it just makes my day terrible. Well, this sounds like a typical woman, that is going to react the way this person's reacting. I get it. This is a guy. This is pathetic, but I think it's a woman. I am not able to work up to my potential because of the same reason, and not being able to do it makes me more miserable. All these small events are leading up to negativity, lack of motivation, etc. in my life because you're allowing it to get to you. Because you don't have enough self-love, you don't have enough self-respect, and that's the case. You got to learn to love yourself. You got to learn to be happy being alone. I love being with my woman, but when I'm alone, right, I can sit there and kick back and relax on my couch and watch some Amazon Prime movies or TV shows or Netflix or whatever, right? I can do a YouTube live stream. I can create more content. I keep myself occupied. There are so many things you folks can do to keep yourselves occupied to the point of where you're never going to feel, negativity, lack of motivation, etc. in your life, or you're not going to feel miserable. Coach J-Ram says, I hope it is a woman. Men shouldn't feel this way. You're right, bro. I agree. I agree with that, man. It doesn't sound like masculine energy to you. But you know the kind of guys we have in the modern world nowadays, J-Ram. We need to help them all. You, myself, and some of the people in our good group need to help guys that think of themselves this way and behave this way. I want to be better, and I know the problem is in me. At least you're owning up to it. That's great, but I am not able to fix it. I would love it if you guys can give any suggestion or method that helped you if you have been in the same situation before. Yeah, we've all been there. Everyone's gone through this. This is probably not the first time you've been through it, but you're starting to see a pattern and you're realizing, where is the problem? The problem is in me. There you go. There's your answer. Big round of applause. That is the first step. The first step is understanding that typically, usually all problems stem within yourself. You're in control of your own destiny, your own journey. I respect that. The problem is in me, but I am not able to fix it. Why not? Why are you not able to fix it? You can turn it around right away if you'd like. Just say, I love myself no matter what happens, no matter who I encounter, right? There's your downfall right there. You think that you're not able to fix it, but anyone can fix it as long as they put their mind to it, right? You can accomplish anything as long as you put your mind to it. I would love it if you guys can give any suggestions or method that has helped you if you have been in the same situation before. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself 5 freaking times every morning that you wake up. And then when you finally believe that you love yourself, it'll fix itself. How can I become emotionally independent so that I can live by myself happily and be able to live my life to the fullest? This is definitely a woman, J-Rom. This has to be a woman. The truth of the matter is, even modern day women that flex their muscles and are proud to be independent, they don't want to be alone. So the bottom line is that, hang out with your group of girlfriends or friends and family and put yourself out there and find a decent guy. Don't settle for the wrong guy, but be open to meeting a decent guy. And when that happens, it will change your life. That's what's happening here. Thanks for reading. Any help is much appreciated. This is a woman that is unhappy that she probably can't find a good guy, in my opinion. Edit. Thanks to the kind community of deciding to be better for all the advice. I'll definitely work on everything mentioned below and share my experience in another post after a week. I'll keep up. I'll keep up. I'll see if you put another posting, and then maybe I'll do an updated stream on that. I think that would be great. Ma'am, I'm going to give you another big round of applause because at the very end here, you are starting to own it. Big round of applause! Yeah. Yes. 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 Sifu Smo's in the house. Hello, Coach Sifu Smo. Hey, J-Rob. You see, guys, I got you modded over here too, right? Coach Eli thinks ahead. You're already modded on Coach Eli too, right? I'm on top of it. I need your validation, Sifu Smo and Coach J-Rom. I'm just kidding. You guys know. You guys know what I think about men seeking validation. It's a feminine characteristic, feminine trait. Anyway, guys, welcome to the show. We're going to be going off the air pretty soon, probably the next 10 minutes or so. We are at 1 hour and 50 minutes. All right. Let's go down and read a few comments here. I'm not going to read this long-ass response here where they're recommending a book and stuff like that. That's just too much. And then the original poster says, thanks for taking your time out and suggesting the book. I have looked into mindfulness before. I am a work in progress on that. I am trying to implement that in my daily lifestyle, but it's really difficult to do so. Do you have any suggestions on mindfulness? Well, mindfulness is just basically, how you think about yourself deep within. And when it comes to ladies, it's a lot harder to self-reflect because your emotions are all over the place all day, every day, and you respond to everything emotionally first based on how you're feeling in the present moment. But in this modern world of women being liberated, you got to learn to be a little stronger. You got to learn to self-reflect. You got to learn to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself and that you're worth it, and that you're strong, but you're also sweet as well, right? And you have to also get to the point of where the only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own, right? You got to learn to love yourself. You got to learn to love yourself, even as a woman nowadays. Yes, therapy's on my list. Okay, not a bad idea. I don't think she's at the point of where she needs therapy yet. I think she sounds like a young woman that's just going through what young women go through, and she'll figure it out. I'm definitely going to look for a good therapist after I graduate from college and get a job. Well, sweetheart, by that point, you'll probably figure everything out and you won't need a therapist. She's young. She's just going through the chronicles of life between her teens and now her 20s. I think this woman's going to be okay. And it's great that, these forums are around nowadays for, people in their teens and 20s. They weren't around when I was young. We had forums, but nothing like Reddit. But yeah, this is great. I actually feel pretty confident that this woman's going to figure this out. And she's going to be a pretty good woman. She'll find a decent guy, hopefully, and have a good life and live happily ever after. I don't have any childhood traumas. Okay, that's good. So that's fantastic. And my thoughts are not very intense at this moment. They were a few months back, but I have improved since then, so I don't think that I have PTSD. You don't have PTSD. I'm not a doctor, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like to me that you're a work in progress and you're going through the same struggles that all women your age go through at a normal level. She's going to be just fine. That's my opinion. Coach Eli sounds like a classic case of major depressive disorder. Could be. Hey, Sifu, says Coach Eli. Coach Eli says, okay, I'll validate you, but how feminine? I know, dude. Yeah, it's all good, bro. Validation-seeking behavior. Yeah, not the most masculine thing on the planet. I get it. Coach Eli says, I suggest writing 5 things that you like about you on Post-it notes and stick them where you can read them daily, maybe on the mirror or in front of the toilet. Yeah, that's a great idea, Coach Eli. Coach Eli, I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that. There we go. All right, let's read a few more comments here. We're going to wrap things up. We're going to wrap things up. I can't talk. It's been a long day. We're at 1 hour and 54 minutes. That's even better. If you don't think you have PTSD or see PTSD, then cognitive behavioral therapy can only be helpful. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of this because they're talking about books here. Let's get some actual thoughts. Well, they're all recommending books. But what about advice? Where's the advice here? You might want to look into codependency. Learning emotional autonomy is a crucial skill that not only will allow you to feel better, but also to not get into abusive relationships. This woman doesn't sound codependent, but to a certain extent, I believe all women are. All women would rather be with a man and have a good man in their life than be alone. I think it all boils down to her just wanting to find a good man. It sounds like she had no childhood trauma, which is telling me she probably had both parents that were happily married, and she saw their relationship, and she wants to find a man to fall in love with, just like her father fell in love with her mother. Maybe that's what she wants. But to me, from what I see, and I have strong intuition, I don't think this woman has really any issues. She's just going through, what any, young lady in her 20s would go through at this point. She's trying to figure things out. And you have to also understand, we're in the modern world of women being liberated, and that's still fairly new, right? Women were just liberated around 55 years ago, and, it's been more so pushed just in the recent past 10 to 20 years. So yeah, no, I've got faith in this woman. I feel confident that she's going to be just fine. Yeah, you sound a lot like Codependency. For Codependency, read Codependent No More by Melody Beadle. I don't sense any codependency. Well, I'm not going to say any, because most women, if not all women, they would prefer to be with a man. That could be considered codependent, right? But I don't sense any like serious codependency issues happening here. I don't think she's diagnosed as codependent, right? Let's read one more here, then we're going to wrap things up. It's all about finding the root of things. Slow, contemplative examination of the inner workings of these feelings. Okay? Work on yourself, dig deep, learn to love yourself, right? Buddhism is a really elegant examination of the root of suffering. All the religious elements aside, I think the mindfulness of the whole thing is top-notch self-psychology. People can hear what you're saying and point you at exactly what it classically is caused by. But the progress won't be made until you not only logically comprehend it, but break through to intuitively feel the truth of the situation as self-evident. This is a guy named Rick. Rick, do you understand that women process things emotionally first, and then they may reason with logic? I'm not saying that women are not capable of thinking logically, but they always respond to everything emotionally first based on how they're feeling in the present moment. And you're trying to sit there and say, but the progress won't be made until you not only logically comprehend it, but break through to intuitively feel the truth of the situation as self-evident. Oh, Rick, I bet you're a single, lonely man. Sounds like an incel. No disrespect. I think finding the root of feeling unsafe would do the trick. I think finding the root of the feeling unsafe would do the trick. Okay. Why do you feel unsafe to spend time alone? Why do you feel that you lack value outside of relationship? Because she's a woman, and women always have been dependent on a man for survival in the past. It's just been the last 55 years that they're independent, and a lot of women are still struggling with this, and they probably always will. They're emotional beings, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, seriously. Give me a second here. Let me check out the chat. Coach Eli says, she's young, she'll figure it out. Trust me, almost no one in their 20s has themselves much less life figured out, though most think they know it all. Well, yeah, you have kids, J-Rob, so you know how it goes. But, you and I were also once young, and we didn't know, 1/10 of the shit we know nowadays. So, anyway, let's see here. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up there. We have heard enough. Folks, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. We are at 1 hour and 59 minutes, about to turn to 2 hours exactly. Thank you to J-Ron for being here, Coach J-Ron. Thank you to Sifu Smo, and thank you to everyone else that was here earlier, too many to mention. Have yourselves a great one, and we'll see you all tomorrow for another Walking with Purpose stream on the main channel, and who knows, maybe some more content on this one. Take care. Bye. Oh, full screen. Bye. Bye. Oh, yeah, I have daughters in their early 20s. LOL. I know all about it. Good night, everyone. We are out of here.